Let's get ready to rumble!
No, I wish we were in high school I could take him behind the gym.
Come on, man.
I'd love that. Mr. Tough Guy.
Joe's not going to be running the government. He's just going to be sitting in a home someplace.
Look, I should probably go home. I want people to see me standing next to him and him standing next to me. We'll see who's sleepy.
It says that 10 years from now, if you're a 65-year-old who's eligible for Medicare, you should have to pay nearly $6,400.
Mr. Vice President, thank you. Thanks for your time. Please come back in less than 13 years, sir.
All right, Chuck. Thank you very much.
All right. It's Chris, but anyway.
Chris. I just did Chris. No, I just did Chuck. I tell you what, man.
I just spoke at Dartmouth on healthcare at the medical school, or not, I guess I wasn't actually on the campus, but the people from the medical school were at there. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on the campus.
The idea that,
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other Biden.
Yeah. Well, you should vote for Trump. You should vote for Trump.
Run.
So sometimes Joe Biden says stuff.
it can be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Because I can't talk.
So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
He met Kathy in kindergarten. In kindergarten. She was too young to resist. She should have known better.
How old are you, honey? You're 11 years old. Talk to me before we leave, okay?
Let's clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Right, and take away our gun.
You're full of shit.
All right, thank you.
No, shush. Shush. Wait. Take your AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay. Hold on, all right? Hey, let's
Don't tell me this, pal. I'm gonna go outside.
There's a lot of guys.
You know, the rapidly rising I don't know, is Donald Trump. It matters what people say. It matters what your leaders say. They're going to put you all back in chains.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It matters. Words matter.
Press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school. I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Mr. Tough Guy. You know, he's Mr. Tough Guy. You know when he's Mr. Tough Guy? When he's standing behind a microphone by himself. That's when he wants to bring me to the back of the barn. Oh. Some things in life you could really love doing.
Oh, I don't know. He made some comment he'd like to take me behind the gym. I would be the wrong guy for him to take behind the gym. Believe me, that would be easy.
It matters what people say. I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Meanwhile, I don't believe that. I think Trump would kick his ass. I really do. I think Trump is meaner, and I think Biden would make a mistake.
Yeah, Trump better be able to...
He would swing, and he would slip, and he would fall, and he'd fuck his knee up, and Trump would kick him in the face like a soccer ball. He would get lucky, and he would walk away, and Biden would be holding his teeth and blood coming out of his mouth, and he'd be like, I told you, I'm the best ever.
It matters what they do. Their conduct matters.
This is not who we are. We need to recognize that words matter.
That sends a message to tens of thousands of young men and women. I think it's appropriate to do that, to say that.
There are probably anywhere from 10 to 15% of the people out there that are just not very good people.
what advice would you give me the next time I am stopped by the police?
If you were my daughter, you'd be a Caucasian girl and you wouldn't be pulled over. That's what's wrong. That is what's wrong. There is institutional racism that still exists. Call the leaders together in the Oval Office. Call the leaders together in the Oval Office. Working people, white, black, brown, Latino, and start talking to the congressional leaders in both parties. Invite them to the Oval Office. We gotta, for example, why in God's name don't we teach history in history classes? A black man invented the light bulb, not a white guy named Edison. Okay?
PolitiFact Wisconsin says the former VP was referring to Lewis Latimer, who did play a significant role and was part of Edison's team of inventors who eventually earned a patent for new and useful improvements to the light bulb.
But all of our research shows that Latimer's work was lesser and later than Edison. His patent was not until a year later than Edison's 1879 light bulb patent.
Why in God's name don't we teach history in history classes? Change the culture. The culture. You all know what the phrase rule of thumb means? Where it's derived from? Why in God's name don't we teach history in history classes? In English common law, back in the late 1300s, so many women were dying at the hands of their husbands because they were a chattel, just like the cattle or the sheep, that the court of common law decided they had to do something about the extent of the death. So you know what they said? No man has a right to chastise his woman with a rod thicker than the circumference of his thumb. This is English jurisprudential culture, a white man's culture.
Biden said the main problem with America is people of a certain skin color and their culture and the institutions they've created.
It's got to change. It's got to change.
So for the record, since this is a fact-based show, the story you just heard, the story of the rule of thumb, is a crock. It's fake. It's an internet invention. Biden wouldn't know that because he's an idiot. He doesn't read. And he wouldn't care if he did know it. He will say anything, whatever it takes. But for a second, consider what Joe Biden just said, what he's claiming. He says English jurisprudential culture is what's holding America back. Is that true? Well, no, it's not true. It's the opposite of true. Our English common law tradition is why you're entitled to a jury trial. It's why you get a defense attorney when you're charged with a crime. It's why the police need a search warrant to search your house. These are the best things about America, the things that keep our country freer and fairer than any other place. Our system is the best in the world, and the rest of the world understands that very well. That's why millions of them come here. Is there another place on the planet that Joe Biden would rather face a trial? I don't know. How about Malaysia? How about Jordan? How about even Italy? It'd be fun to ask Biden that question. Who's got a better judicial system? The United States with its racist English traditions, or say Somalia, the progressive Eden of the future? You've got 30 seconds to answer, Mr. Vice President. And remember, Ilhan Omar is watching, so choose your words carefully.
We need to recognize that words matter.
A sphincter says what?